What is up, guys? Hassan Malik back here again. It has been a while since my last Marvel Superheroes video, so today we are going to take a look back at the best LEGO Marvel Cinematic Universe sets ever made. So only sets specifically based on the MCU, so no comics, video games, or any other media. This list also only contains regular retail sets, so no polybags or convention exclusives or anything like that, just stuff you could buy in stores normally. But real quick, before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you guys the giveaway for $130 worth of any sets from the LEGO store is still going on. I know it shows LEGO Star Wars sets on the thumbnail here, but you can choose any sets from any theme, including Marvel, which is a good opportunity to grab some of these sets on this list for free. So head over to that video or click the card above, leave a comment on that video, and subscribe to automatically be entered. Okay, back to the video. Now, this list was originally going to be a top 10, but there are just so many awesome MCU sets that it'll be a top 30 instead. I'll try not to go into too much detail for each set to keep things brief. Alright, so at our number 30 spot, we have the Rhino Face-Off by the Mine from Black Panther, which came out in 2018. This isn't my favorite set from the movie, but it does depict the final battle of the movie, which I really loved. The build isn't too special. I don't really like the Rhino build much, but the figures are pretty great. Killmonger looks absolutely amazing, and Okoye looks great too. I only wish the Black Panther figure had purple effects instead of the blue, so it'd be more accurate. At number 29, we have Aisha's Revenge from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which released in 2017. I like the build in this one, and the vehicle was cool in the movie too. This set is definitely about the figures though. Aisha and Star-Lord looks great, and it's nice to see them in a smaller set. But the best ones here are definitely Baby Groot, who looks so cute as usual, and Yondu, who is actually exclusive to this set. Yondu is obviously such an important part of the movie, which makes this set even better. At number 28, we have the Avengers Hulk Helicopter Rescue from Avengers Endgame, which released in 2019. The helicopter build isn't great to me, and the whole thing is built around the play feature to drop Hulk, which isn't great, but I really like the Chitauri builds here. They look really nice. The figures in this one are pretty good. The two Chitauri minions look okay, although I think they could have used a little bit more detail. Black Widow is in her time travel suit and isn't even exclusive to the set, so overall a bland figure. Hulk looks good with his time travel suit. It's nice to see a different version, but that gauntlet is the really awesome part about this set. I still wish it included all the Infinity Stones though. But I love this rescue figure. I think a sand blue might have looked more accurate, but the purple looks great too. It's nice they also included Pepper's hairpiece as well. On to number 27, we have the Molten Man Battle from Spider-Man Far From Home, which released in 2019. I actually like the Molten Man build. I like the street elements sticking out of it. Mysterio is great too, and getting a firefighter is a nice touch, although a name character would have been a little bit better. I really like the Night Monkey suit here, but LEGO really needed to make the black and red Stark suit. It's still such a massive shame we didn't see it in any sets. At number 26, we got the Outrider Dropship Attack from Avengers Infinity War, which released in 2018 and is a great little set. The build is just okay, but that's fine for a set this small. The figures here are great though. It's nice to get two exclusive variants of such important characters in such a small set. They look great too, although the olive green on Black Widow looks a little light, and I would have liked to see some leg printing on Cap. On to number 25 with the Avengers Ultimate Quinjet from Avengers Endgame, which released in 2019. I am a huge fan of Quinjets. I love the way they look. This one isn't one of my favorite that LEGO has made, to be honest, but it still looks great. The figures in this one are fine, but I really don't like the time travel suits. It's just lazy in my opinion. They didn't really wear them that much in the movie as well, so there are definitely other suits I would have liked to see. We also get Chitauri soldiers in this one too, but again, I think they could use some more detail. At number 24, we have Captain Marvel and the Skrull Attack from Captain Marvel, which released in 2019. I like the build in this one. It's an OG Quinjet, which is a great build and size for the price of this set. The figures are awesome. Captain Marvel looks great, but I really would have liked to see some dual molded legs on her. Young Nick and Talos look great too, and we get Goose, which is awesome. I also would have liked to see Jan Rog in this set too, but that may be asking for a lot. On to number 23 with the Ant-Man Final Battle from Ant-Man, which released in 2015. This is such a fantastic set for the price. It only costs $20. I like the build with Antony, who looks great, and the large brick built Lego pieces and screws look awesome. The figs here are fantastic. Ant-Man is great, although the helmet shouldn't have an opening for his mouth. Yellow Jacket is absolutely awesome. The dual molded helmet and the yellow and gunmetal gray colors look awesome. That Hank Pym had us all confused when this set first came out, because it had us all thinking that Hank Pym would be suiting up in the movie, which never really happened, but nonetheless it's still a great looking figure. At number 22 we have Black Widow's helicopter chase, which is the newest of the MCU sets as it came out this year and is based on the new Black Widow movie. Now the movie isn't out yet, so we don't know how accurate this set is, but from what we've seen in the trailers, the main villain will be Taskmaster, and Yelena Belova, who is played by Florence Pugh, I probably mispronounced that, is rumored to be taking over the role of Black Widow, since spoiler alert, Black Widow does die in Endgame. So based on that info, it looks like this set includes all the major characters for a great price. I also like the build for the helicopter. I would have liked some more leg printing on Taskmaster, and it would have been nice to see some arm printing on Black Widow, since the new video game Black Widow has great arm printing in every set she's in. Nonetheless, it's still a great set though. On to number 21 with the ultimate battle for Asgard from Thor Ragnarok, which came out in 2017. The build here is awesome. I like the ship, and it has a pretty funny scene in the movie, so it's nice to get that. The Fenris Wolf also looks great as well. The figures here are fantastic. Valkyrie, Thor, and Bruce all look awesome. Thor could use some arm printing, but LEGO rarely includes that. Hela has a great mold for her headpiece, and the minions are also a bonus. At number 20 we have Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum from the Doctor Strange movie, which came out in 2016. This is a great little display set. I really like the amount of detail in the build, as well as the large window piece, and the amount of accessory pieces is great too. The figures here are awesome. This is the cheapest set Doctor Strange is included in, and he looks great. Mordo and the Ancient One look great too. I especially like her little fan pieces that are super detailed. At number 19 we have Attack on Avengers Tower from Avengers Age of Ultron, which came out in 2015. Now this set has been completely topped by the new Avengers Tower that came out this year, but that one is based on the video game, so it can't be on this list. Nonetheless, this build is also pretty nice. I would have liked to see more floors included and to have a brick built Avengers logo, which they fixed in the new one. The figures here are awesome. Thor and Iron Man are great as usual, but the Iron Legion and Ultron look awesome. I still think the clear head on Ultron looks a little off, but overall it's a good figure. On to number 18 with the Hulkbuster Smash, also from Avengers Age of Ultron and came out in 2015. This set has a great build with the Hulkbuster, although it was improved later. I like that they included the build for capturing Hulk as well. The figures are awesome. You get Iron Man, Hulk, Scarlet Witch, and Ultron all in one set for $30. Scarlet's blast pieces should be red, but that's a small nitpick. At number 17, we have the Avengers Compound Battle from Avengers Endgame, which came out in 2019. Now, I am not the biggest fan of this set. The build isn't horrible, but it just didn't really compare to the scene in the movie, which was huge and seemed like an actual battle. I think the figures in this one are pretty good. Captain Marvel and Hulk look good. Nebula has the time suit, which kind of sucks since she barely wears it. But Thanos is awesome in this set, and the amount of printing they included with the figure is great. I still wish they included all the Infinity Stones though, since that'd be far more accurate to the movie. Iron Man also looks really good. I love that Mark 85 armor. On to number 16 with the Beware the Vulture set from Spider-Man Homecoming, which came out in 2017. I loved Spider-Man Homecoming, and this is a great set based on it. The build for the van is pretty good, and I really like the way the Vulture's wings were built up. I do still wish they included a non-brick built set of wings though. The figures here are fantastic. Shocker looks great. I really like the Vulture's headpiece. He has some great printing. And Spider-Man looks absolutely perfect. LEGO really went off on this figure with the arm printing, leg printing, and dual molded legs. Then on top of all that, they include Iron Man, who looks awesome in his Mark 47 armor. Okay, we are now halfway through the list, so at number 15, we have the Extremis Seaport Battle from Iron Man 3, which came out in 2013. And this set is just so great for the price. I'm a huge Iron Man fan, so I might be a little biased. The build is decent, especially for $20, but then you also get pretty much the entire main cast from the movie in this set, which is great. The figures look awesome. I don't really like the glow-in-the-dark head for Aldrich Killian, but other than that, he looks great. Iron Man's Mark 42 Prodigal Son armor looks absolutely awesome. Then you also get War Machine in this set, who looks great. At number 14, we have Loki's Cosmic Cube Escape from the first Avengers movie, which came out in 2012. This is one of the OG LEGO Marvel superhero sets. I really like the build in this one, especially for 20 bucks. As Jeeps go, it's a really nice build. You also get a really nice selection of figures here. It includes 2 of the Avengers, Iron Man and Hawkeye, and also the main villain for this movie, Loki. And they're all decked out with complete leg printing and everything. I especially like Iron Man's Mark 6 armor with the triangle arc reactor. On to number 13 with Thor vs. Hulk Arena Clash from Thor Ragnarok, which came out in 2017. The build is just okay with the really colorful arena walls, but this set is really all about the figures. Thor actually has leg printing in this one, which is great. Then you also get Loki and the Grand Master, who look fantastic. The Sakaran guard is also pretty detailed, which is nice. But man, that Gladiator Hulk looks so good. He has a really great amount of printing across his torso, and the amount of extra custom molds is amazing, from his helmet to his shoulders and arms. Overall, this is probably my favorite Hulk figure LEGO has ever made. At number 12, we have the Royal Talon Fighter Attack from Black Panther, which came out in 2018. I really like the build in this set. The Talon Fighter looks so awesome. I'm glad they tried to keep it relatively realistic looking and not include a bunch of intrusive play features. The color scheme for it looks great too, with everything in black and the gray accents. The figures in this set are even better though. Claw and Nakia look awesome, and so do their weapons. Killmonger's headpiece is super detailed and a great mold. And Black Panther is fantastic. I'm glad they don't have the energy printed on this one too. My only issue is with the eye slits being open. I would have preferred them to be closed, since that's how we see them more often in the movie. On to number 11 with the Quantum Realm Explorers from Ant-Man and the Wasp, which came out in 2018. This set is just like the last one we looked at, as it includes a great, very detailed build with some awesome figures. For 20 bucks, this thing has loads of detail on it. The figure selection is awesome. Ant-Man looks great in his updated print, although they didn't fix the helmet at this point, but he still looks good. Wasp looks alright, but the helmet mold and the print just don't go well together. I really love the way Ghost looks in this set too. At number 10, we got the Avengers City Quinjet Chase from Avengers Age of Ultron, which was released in 2015. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Quinjet, and this is one of the best ones they've made. Then the build also includes the van and cradle, which is a nice touch too. The figure selection here is fantastic. Cap, Nat, and Tony look awesome as usual. Then we also get Vision in this one, who looks great as well. But you can pick him up in other sets now too, and I believe his print hasn't changed. But I really like this Ultron figure. This is Ultron in his final version with the helmet and neck piece and everything, all topped off with some great printing on some metallic silver plastic. On to number 9 with the Hulkbuster Ultron Edition from Avengers Age of Ultron, which came out in 2018. This is one of the few Ultimate Collector Series type of sets for the Marvel Superheroes line, which is all about the super detailed build. The Hulkbuster in this set isn't too accurate to its source material at all in my opinion. It's way too tall and doesn't look chunky enough, but it is still a great build and makes for a great display piece. I like that they added the massive platform with it too. The one figure included with this set is also very nice. I'm glad they changed up the print slightly from the regular Mark 43 armor to give it some exclusivity. At number 8, we have the Quinjet aerial battle from the first Avengers movie, which was released in 2012. This is the OG of the OG sets. It's probably the first one that comes to your mind when you think of the beginning of the LEGO Marvel Superheroes theme. I love this Quinjet. It's probably my favorite one they've ever put out there. The Chitauri Chariot looks great as well. The selection of figures in this one is awesome. We get Iron Man, Thor, and Black Widow all in this one set. Then it also includes a Loki and a Chitauri soldier that honestly looks better than the 2019 versions to me. This is a really great set. On to number 7 with the Iron Man Malibu Mansion attack from Iron Man 3, which came out in 2013. I was a huge fan of Iron Man 3, and this was my favorite scene from the movie. And what makes a set really great to me is when it can capture one of those super iconic MCU moments in LEGO form. And this build does a great job of that. Tony's Malibu Mansion has become pretty iconic since it was in all the Iron Man films, and this build is one of the only times we get to see it depicted. I like the figures in the set. The Mark 42 Prodigal Son armor looks great as usual, and I'm glad they included Civilian Tony and Pepper as well. The Mandarin and Extremis soldiers don't look too bad either. Iron Man is my favorite Avenger, so I obviously have some bias for this set. At number 6, we got Thanos Ultimate Battle from Avengers Infinity War, which released in 2018. This set is kind of a two-parter because it goes with the Thor weapon quest to complete the whole ship, and when it's all put together, it looks absolutely fantastic. The Guardians ship is one of my favorites. I've always liked their art style and design choices. All the ships in their movies look very unique. And this build does a great job of capturing the look of their ship, even if it's a little small. The figures in this one are awesome too, with Iron Man in his Mark 50 armor, Gamora and Quill, and then you also get Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, which look great as well. On to number 5 with the Milano Spaceship Rescue from Guardians of the Galaxy, which came out in 2014. And like I said for our last spot on the list, this ship also shares the unique design from the Guardians films. We did get another LEGO Milano for Guardians 2, but this one still looks much better to me. Most Marvel superhero sets are all about the minifigures, but this is one where the ship is really the star of the show. The Milano is probably my favorite vehicle in the MCU. I think I like it a little bit more than the Quinjets even. And the build here depicts the vehicle very well. The figures in this set are great as well. We get Quill, Gamora, and Drax all in their Ravager outfits, and also Ronan and one of the Sakaran soldiers as well. All these figures look awesome. At number 4, we got the Iron Man Hall of Armor from Avengers Endgame, which released in 2019. Now, as you know, Iron Man is my favorite Avenger, so obviously this set is going to be really highly ranked on my list. Although the build is simple, I really like it, and I'm glad it's designed to be expanded and added to by buying multiples of this set or by getting the new smaller Army Edition that's coming out later this year. The Igor armor could look better, but it's not bad. I'm glad they actually tried to make it. The figures in this set are just so fantastic though. You get the Mark 50, Mark 1, Mark 41 Bones, and Mark 5 the suitcase armor. All of these suits are super detailed and look great. And then they also throw in a couple Outriders, which is a nice touch. As someone who collects LEGO Iron Man figures, this is a beautiful, beautiful set. Okay guys, we are now at our top 3 sets. So at our number 3 spot, we have the Sanctum Sanctorum Showdown from Avengers Infinity War, which released in 2018. And like I mentioned earlier, I find the best LEGO Marvel sets to be the ones that depict great moments in the movies accurately, especially since the builds in most of these sets are all about the minifigures. And this was an awesome scene in the movie, and I think LEGO did a great job of recreating it here in LEGO. The main build looks great with the Sanctum and the regular street building as well. This set has so much detail and includes so many accessories, which is nice to see. The figures here are fantastic. Iron Man and Doctor Strange look great, but that Iron Spider figure looks so good. My only issue is with the lack of dual leg molds, especially since the regular MCU Spider-Man suit already used it previously. Still a great figure though. Ebony Maw looks cool, and Cull Obsidian is a great looking big fig with lots of detail. I really like his printing. At number 2, we have the SHIELD Helicarrier from Avengers Age of Ultron, which came out in 2015. And this is the other UCS type of set, kind of like the Hulkbuster we looked at earlier, which means it's all about the build. And man, the build here is just phenomenal. This thing is absolutely massive, but still scaled very well. All the proportions look good. This thing is just extremely recognizable and iconic. It's not to minifig scale, but that would have been extremely unrealistic for them to try and pull off. I like that they still included so many microfigs and micro builds to go with the ship, including a micro Nick Fury, Iron Man, Cap, and Hawkeye. The figures in this one are just fine to me. Hawkeye and Black Widow are just in their regular Age of Ultron suits and look good. Fury, Cap, and Maria Hill are all exclusive to this set, but none really feel that exclusive to me since you can get these same characters in variants that are very close to or better looking than these for far less. Before we get to our number 1 set, let's take a look at a few honorable mentions, starting with Captain America's Avenging Cycle, which included some great figs for a great price. Iron Man vs. Ultron, which is almost like an MCU battle pack. Ravager Attack, which includes a great Mantis figure and Taserface. Iron Man vs. the Mandarin Ultimate Showdown, which is not a great set, but man, the Heartbreaker armor is one of the best ever made. And also Crossbones at Hazard Heist, which includes some great figs like Rumlow and Sam. Alright guys, here we are at our number 1 spot on this list. So the best LEGO Marvel Cinematic Universe set ever made is the Superhero Airport Battle. This set is from Captain America Civil War and was released in 2016. Now, a lot of you are probably confused as to how I think this is the best set, so let me explain. So I've talked a lot today about how I think the best sets are the ones that depict great scenes from the movies very accurately. Civil War is probably my favorite MCU film, and the airport battle is my favorite scene from that movie. So getting the set depicting it is amazing, and LEGO did a fantastic job recreating that scene here. With that point though, I also said that sets typically include less impressive builds or vehicles and make up for it with great figures. But this set does both simultaneously. Firstly, the vehicle included in this set is a Quinjet, which as you all know by now, I love the Quinjet. I don't think it's the best version of it ever made, and honestly it may be a little small, but still one of the better designs, especially with the color scheme. Then on top of that you get a built up Giant Man figure, which is just so impressive and looks so good. It was super iconic in the movie and is just as iconic here. I'm glad LEGO stuck with the minifigure shaping instead of making him look more like a mech. Then you also get some nice airport details which help build the environment. Then secondly, this set includes a perfect selection of minifigures with Iron Man, Cap, Rhodey, Bucky, Wanda, and Agent 13. And all these figures are super detailed and look fantastic, especially the arm printing on Bucky and the waist cape for Wanda. So to wrap it up, this set is based on an amazing scene from the movies and recreates it well. It has great vehicles and builds and an outstanding selection of minifigures. And it retails for $80, which is extremely fair and keeps it under 10 cents a piece. This set checks off literally every box for what makes a LEGO Marvel superhero set great. And if that wasn't already enough, this set is also one of those two-parters that you can expand with the tanker truck takedown, which will add more airport details and Vision, Hawkeye, and Spider-Man. This set executes perfectly everywhere it needs to, and it has minimal to no flaws. So there it is guys, there are your top 30 LEGO Marvel Cinematic Universe sets ever made. Before you head out, make sure to let me know what your list looked like down in the comments. Do you agree with my list? Do you guys think it's terrible? Whatever you're thinking, anything and everything, put it in the comments below. Also make sure to enter that giveaway if you haven't done so already. But that is pretty much going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.